Today on MOE'S Toy Room, we're going to unbox from Jazzwares in our AEW Unrivaled collection. Here is Series 6 of Pentagon Jr. and his brother Rey Fenix. And it's coming up next. Everyone, welcome to another edition of MOE'S Toy Room, come from Myram Tours, and today we're going to unbox and review from Jazzwares in our AEW wrestling line. Here is the Unrivaled Series 6, Pentagon Jr. and his brother Rey Fenix. You can see them both kicking back behind their window of pain, locked in their plastic prison, ready just to get on out here at MOE'S Toy Room and body slam their way into my collection. They're going to hit the biggest and high-flyingest moves you've ever seen throughout the world. These are the best at what they do. Plain and simple. They are my favorite to watch in AEW, along with Santana and Ortiz. I love those tag teams, and when the two of them match up, they match up next to next, and they are fun to watch. You can see how this box kind of resembles the old WWF Classic Series boxes. In a way, it kind of does to me. Let's turn this to the side. These beauties are for ages 8 and up. So head on over to your local stores. I believe these were picked up at Target. I think my wife picked these up at Target, Target. And she got lucky finding them for me. I was really excited when she got them for me. I couldn't believe it because these are so hard to find that I still do not own the first ones. So hopefully in the next few months, I could pick myself up some of the first ones at a decent cost, because right now the cost of these on the secondary market are through the roof. So I'm waiting to go to some toy shows here coming up in California, and hopefully I could pick some up. All right, folks, so what we're going to do is we're going to unbox these guys to save some time, and we're going to be right back and review them. All right, folks, so we have taken them out the package, and the very first thing we saw with these AEW figures is they have a hard time standing up. Their legs are very loose. Their joints are very loose on this. I don't even know how to call it, but they are tremendously beautiful figures. Let's start off with Rey Fenix. First of all, let's start off with Pentagon Jr. First of all, he tips in roughly around from the bottom of the foot to the top of the head at around 6.5 inches, and that comes out to maybe 16.5 centimeters, and his brother is the exact same, 6.5 inches from the bottom of the foot all the way to the top of his head, and he checks in roughly at 16.5 centimeters. Okay, did my best with that. Okay, so Rey Fenix brung these hands here. He brought a set of extra hands. They almost look identical to the one except for this one that doesn't have the tape on it. As the ones that he has on right now, they have hinges in them, so that way you can move them. Same as the other hand. Okay, there you go. Really nice. He has a tattoo on this one that you can see. All right, and then his brother Pentagon Jr. comes with some cool looking hands. He has one with the glove on, alternate hand, and one that's fully taped, as the same as this one. I'm gonna pass on displaying them with the one with the glove because I like the fact that the figure came with the hand with the Zero Miedo on it. You know, when he does his thing. So I'll probably end up putting him in my collection with this one. So I'll just leave him like that. All right, folks, so you want to see scale-wise as to how these guys look. Here he is. Here is Pentagon next to the Mexico Lucha Libre event. Bootleg figure that you would get if you went to a live event out in Mexico. This would probably be the one that you would get. And you can get these online too. There's sellers, international sellers that are selling them. Here's how let's go next to Rey Fenix. Here's another Pentagon figure. This is also another Mexican bootleg that you could see side by side. Okay, if you want to see scale wise, they're out there, so you can go online and check them out. And then let's put them up next to Vader. You can see the difference. WWE figure. Vader's a large man, period. So I mean, this is only fitting the way it looks. If you want to see scale wise. And then if you also want to see scale wise, let's put him up to probably the greatest cruiserweight junior heavyweight of all time, Jushin Thunder Liger. It's a Storm Collectibles figure. So you can see scale wise with there. And if you want to see scale wise with them next to Santana and Ortiz, you can see them there and there. Even these figures have a hard time standing. But there you have it, folks. That's scale wise, that's how they could look. If you wanted a size as to what they look like size wise next to other wrestling figures. All right, folks, so it's review time. First of all, let's give these guys a turn. I got these stands from a buddy of mine that goes back and forth to Mexico that picks me up a lot of these figures. And he picks me up a whole lot of masks. So he brought me back a whole bag of these stands. So they work. Yeah, not the greatest looking stands, but they tend to do the job. I like the way that they captured the essence of these guys' mask. I think it is just amazing. I think Jazzwares did a beautiful job on the mask. These are repaints from the first series ones that came out. They might have been series 2 maybe, that I still cannot get my hands on. But I like the gold. It really makes these guys pop. Really makes everything just pop out. Okay, you can see all the tattoos. You can even see some of the tattoos that Rey Fenix has on his back. Okay, all of the detail that goes all the way down to their shin guards along with their knee pads and everything. These are nice figs. The Pentagon Junior one brung some plastic right here for that way you don't get no sticking. I might just leave that on there, so I'll probably be reviewing him with that. All right, folks, so we are going to review Pentagon Junior first. All right, so let's check him out. See him right there. Head goes down fairly good. Doesn't look up too well. Doesn't really go side to side on the figures. They do spin around. Okay. Arms do raise. These are wrestling figures, so they're gonna have a whole lot more. Have that bicep swivel. Okay. Arms do go up and around. Double jointed elbows. Okay. And then he does not have swivel at the elbow, but the hands move really good on these guys. Okay. Now he just dumps it down. There it is. Give it to him, boy. Okay, same as the other arm. And then we're going to go right below his chest right here. He has swivel right here at the chest. And then he should have, I don't know, yeah, he has swivel at the waist. But with this that they gave us here, I'm just going to leave it on him for that way I don't get no sticking. Legs move really loose. These legs are loose, folks, loose. Look. I don't know how to call that, you know. But no swivel at the top of, does he have swivel? Yeah, he has swivel at the top of the thigh right there. Double jointed knees. They got the pads on, so they're not able to really get the full extension. And then feet down, up. I'm not feeling a toe bend on these guys. Jazzwares used to do that, but they don't no more. No tilt rocker. And that's pretty much about it for Pentagon Jr. I just wish that the figure was a lot more stiff and would pretty much stand on its own. I would appreciate it. There you go. That would be a lot nicer. All right, let's do his brother, Rey Fenix, who is probably going to turn out to become one of the greatest high flyers of all time. This guy is good at what he does. He's the Rey Mysterio, but of his time, of now. And I don't believe that there's anybody, even in WWE, that flies like he does. And we could argue all about it, but there's just something magical about what he does, that he innovates the whole high flying thing. What Rey did was, Rey is probably going to go down as the greatest of all time, Rey Mysterio. Okay, well, Rey Mysterio Jr. Him and Jushin Liger are probably the greatest of all time at what they do. But there, somewhere along the line in the top 10, you got Rey Fenix, high flying wise. Yeah, dude's awesome. All right, folks, so let's check out his head. Head goes down really, really well. Looks up really good. That could be for he could get his splashes. You know, he could come up off the rope and then he turns and lands on you, you know. Really nice. No Michael Myers side to sides. Heads do spin all the way around. I like the grin and I like the way that his face looks on this figure. Really, really nice. Good movement right there with his shoulders. There's no butterfly cup joint, but there's a lot of movement there. Okay, really good movement. Bicep swivel, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows all day long. Really nice. No swivel at the elbow. Hands move beautiful. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave these hands on too, on him. So, yeah, these figures got good movement. Okay, right below his chest, you got swivel. Swivel at the waist. You got some ab crunch, definite ab crunch going on. His brother Pentagon's the same way, but he just has the plastic right there restricting him a little bit. You go down, legs are loose, okay, on these figures. They are, okay? But you still got movement. And then right here they mixed in, and you can't even tell, but he does have upper thigh swivel on both legs, same as his brother Pentagon Jr. And then even with the knee pads, they got good movement on the knees for their double jointed knees. No more swivel at the top of the boot. Oh yeah, they do got swivel at the top of the boot. Look at that. Just found that. Okay. Let's check out Pentagon. Does he have that too? I think he does. Yeah, he does. All right. Nice. Ooh. This is nice. All right. And then as far as like tilt rocker, I'm not really feeling anything there, but you do have good movement at the feet. And with these guys, you definitely want to do really weird poses with these. And some of these stands can be actually really good for that. Okay. And then feet don't go that good up either. Let's see if I can get like a crazy like stand pose. Okay. Go a little forward. There you go. But the figures are so loose, but still, even then, And then you could have it to where he's like that. And then like his brother is going to catch him. Right? You see how you could do that? Or you could have like one of their rivals catching them. You know? So there you have it. That's what I like about these stands. I'm glad a friend of mine brung those back for me. He hooks me up with them. They're really nice. All right, folks. So that'll do it for my review of Rey Fenix and his brother Pentagon Jr. I'm going to put them like this. Okay. Let's do Rey like this. Okay. So if you like this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications so that way you know when the next video like this one hit. Also, you can follow us on Instagram at MOE'S Toys. That's MOE'S TOYS. MOE'S Toys up on Instagram. We are also on TikTok. So head over to MOE'S Toy Room on TikTok. And there we are right there up there. And you can check us out over on Twitter. So head over to MOE'S Toy Room at Super Diablo 5150. And we are there. So from MOE'S Toy Room to yours, everyone. Good night.